Oh, Johnny, thank Christ you made it.
Dude, I got 10 minutes. Where's Flash Gordon?
Okay, get ready. Hey, Sam, this is the guy I was telling you about. There he is, a role he made famous over 30 years ago, but it's surging in popularity again thanks to the Mark Wahlberg, Seth MacFarlane blockbuster Ted. Sam Jones, Flash Gordon himself, is back in town filming Ted 2, and he is here with us this morning. Sitting next to Flash Gordon. It's intimidating, Sam, I gotta tell you. I'm trying to act like a professional here, but sometimes it's challenging.
You are, Gene.
I appreciate it. I gotta ask you about this because you're in Ted. It's a huge blockbuster. You had the cult following with Flash Gordon anyway.
Yes.
What's the resurgence been like? Because it's remarkable how this has kind of come back to life for you.
It's been wonderful. It's really been a blessing. You know, Seth told me, I got a call from this guy about three and a half years ago. And he said, my name's Seth MacFarlane. I said, who are you? And he said, look, when I was 9 years old, I saw Flash Gordon. And it really inspired me to be somebody creative. And I want you to come on. I'm doing this, my first live action movie. And I want to use you. I said, well, send me the script and let's talk about it.
And not just any movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the blockbuster movie of the summer that year. Hilarious. Everybody loved it. They brought you back for Ted 2.
Ted 2.
Which you're shooting around the area now.
Yes.
But we were just talking. I mean, you've got guys who now are adults, successful, have kids of their own. They get around you. They're like tongue-tied. They're like, hey, yeah, that's very good. I mean, that's got to be kind of strange, but kind of nice.
Gene, the demographics are really fantastic. We're talking about, over 60, under 60, and now the teens, because of Ted, opened up that whole demographic right there.
Yeah.
So 3 generations is wonderful.
What when you did 1980 Flash originally the first time, what were you thinking? I mean, it was a big role, it's a big movie, and now it's got this cult following. Did you ever, when you're going through it, think, well, this could be something that I'll be known for? What were your thought process at the time you're actually shooting the thing?
At the time was keep your mouth shut, stand on your mark, say your lines before the explosions go off, and you'll be fine. I mean, really, that was no, but yeah, you knew. I knew at that time in the late '70s, Flash Gordon was an iconic comic book hero. But when you do a movie, I think it was my 3rd movie at the time, you go in with a spirit of excellence and you pray for the very best, and whatever happens, happens. And it happened to be, as you said, a really cool cult classic.
Well, the big soundtrack. I mean,
Queen, come on,
everything.
Dino De Laurentiis, hey,
Let's go back. I think it was the year before that, maybe. You were in 10, which introduced the world to Bo Derek.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And you played her husband in that.
Oh, very good. You've been doing your homework.
Try to do a little research here. That had to be a pretty incredible experience, too, because that turned out to be a big movie of Blake Edwards.
It did.
Just remarkable how successful that movie was. And did I mention Bo Derek was in that?
You did mention Bo Derek, who was a complete unknown in 1978. And that actually catapulted me into Flash Gordon, because Blake Edwards knew. We were in Hawaii on location, 78. Beautiful places, I don't have to tell you. And we were in Mexico as well. And Blake knew I had this audition, this meeting with Dino De Laurentiis for Flash Gordon. He put me on a helicopter, got me at Honolulu Airport to get me to LA for this meeting, which had a lot to do with me getting the part. And we were filming 10, so nobody really knew Bo Derek, a little bit about Dudley Moore.
Sure.
And Dino said, so what are you doing? What are you doing, Sam? I said, well, I'm doing this huge mega movie. He said, with who? I said, well, Blake Edwards, Julie Andrews, which he knew. Right. And oh, really? So that I kind of embellished that to help me get the part of Flash Gordon.
And it all paid off.
Yeah.
I know fans are, love coming up to see you, and they get a chance to see you. You got the Comic-Con in New Hampshire coming up.
Oh, that's right, Granite State Comic-Con.
Right.
This weekend, come on, everybody come out, everybody.
That's coming up 13th and 14th, Radisson Center of New Hampshire. That's on Elm Street, Manchester, New Hampshire. GraniteCon.com. You see it there on your screen. So go up and see Sam in person and say hello to Flash Gordon if you can keep it together. One problem I had, though, could they have not made you a quarterback for the Patriots instead of the Jets?
Ooh, but the Jets were pretty big at the time.
They were. And you had to go with the big New York.
That's right.
Maybe
we love the Patriots.
Right. How can you not? Yeah. I think Tom Brady took a page from you, too, but he's not willing to admit that in public. Sam Jones, great to see you. Appreciate
Thank you,
coming in.
Gene.
He'll be
Really
up in New
appreciate
Hampshire
it.
this weekend. You'll see him
Yes.
around town shooting Ted 2, and we look forward to it. When's that going to come out? Do we have any idea?
It's usually a year later we started in August, so probably maybe June, July of 2015.
Looking forward to that. Sam, great to meet you again.
Thank you, Gene.
Appreciate
Really
it.
appreciate it.